I am getting comic relief from my graphic overdrive on blue being frequency stop. Oh, he's doing something and now he just stopped it. The comic is the pun or the punchline on the notable beholder or the apparel would mean the re- something, the re on the exportation of what is to be executed. When I visually am given codex to bang the drum or furnace, make it burn hotter. When this is all for telepathic we're going to use the term meme or miming as the new manifestation rate of the Apache. Mm, we'll call it Cloud. That's its name now. Um, my zit's drying up. I'm not stressed out. I'm comfortable. I can see by the dark green line that you feel it. Everything that's been explained, deleted or not, would have the holder's ability at an information age to conjoin awareness. Judging by the fluent movement of your conch isning, I once thought of the conch or the pine cone and the ability to slow down or speed up time. And your ability to do it fluently by looking, spinning, or we're going to use the term the cloud of darkness. Um, or the mattering witch from now on, or the tango, the pushing of a candlelight, the it happens when carbon touches spinning glass. You aren't spinning, but you've got the attribute and an induct and the conduct. Oh God. Is oh God? Dotto's a circus. It's collective entertainment. It can also be a rabbit hole of thrown on its side. Coming up with a cartoon that cannot be hurt by anybody's opinion. There's a new species alive. And not only will it not break if it hits bottom on a dive, but it can work as a conjoined hive. Exodus, Noj, or the created oppression of appearance. Good glue. The best kind of hive is ones of calligraphy and constellation. For induct, when will Expo 86 come back? They still have a floating McDonald's on the water that they're not using. That could be repurposed or sent for a house somewhere. Or that would be bad branding. Right? Sending it somewhere that needs food, but with no food. It's like making your Big Mac and naming it a Big Mac, but making it smaller. Every year it gets smaller, but it's still called the Big Mac. But now you have to double it to get the same burger out of it. The deluxe Big Mac. They had a vegetarian option when they had plastic cheese pizza, and they took it away and they never brought it back. This is not good for your slaves. And Pressport is shit. That's garbage. I'm talking about chicken nuggets. It corks my guacamole. My body's burning rate of energy sucks mercury out of the air just to burn it, to bind metal together. I am a manufacturing plant. Now my cellulosis is the same of that of a monkey and octopus or glee. If a reptile can house crystals in its body to change colors, I can house it in my urine. Yearning to stop me? There's a new orbit out there. We're creating a giant crystal planet. Might be toxic to breathe, but it will sure look sparkly. Can I please be moved to Africa so I can starve to death and die by the average rate of 57? How about the area where the demographic of all ages 17, or where polygamy thrives because all the males have been murdered and girls outnumber guys 7 to 1? I would love to get AIDS, and I'm not even joking. I'd die for it just so I can figure out how to turn some salt water into fresh water. I would probably only need 10 years to get a good infrastructure going with no resources. Just a lot of muling. Or just go backwards to what everybody else is doing. Because I don't want to chase the dollar when they only make $1,100 a year. Why would you chase that? I would be catching malaria mosquitoes and putting them on my skin. I'm probably using a lot of amphetamine. I like pain, so I wouldn't take the painkiller. I hear that ill, in the context of speaking, means sick, which means actually awesome. Now we're talking about the alien implant portation of a web. The minerals are already sold before you excavate them. Bad business practice if the supply is already sold and you're hungry every day. Why dig? They'll eventually dig it. I watch Masons that are extremely rich go to the poorest country, Madagascar, with machinery and do what you do in a lifetime in a holiday. They do it on 123 Pender Avenue at a school, an elementary school, in the basement. Vancouver's Rock Cutters organization. And they gloat about it. And they're rude. Thank God for us that they have high cholesterol. And they carry malaria. Good thing what they eat is already dead. Poor cows. Speaking of cow, has anybody seen my wife? She has a big bell on her and an earring in her nose. No, right, nobody's ever seen my starving cow wife, but you all like to drink from her boobs. I'm gonna try this at Yuck Yucks. This is my dry comedy hour. But I'm gonna throw water on myself and call it an ALS challenge. Get it? It's like the only way to get proper exposure is by growing my shitty hair out Dying in a fluorescent color and becoming the strongest man on the planet just to look weird. Because I look too casual. I need to alien more. It's the only thing you'll stop when you're scrolling to look at. Dip my skin in henna and eat a bunch of carrots up my butt. Maybe you would like to see me put a catheter in and then hit my dick with a hammer. Huh? You guys. How much do you think it would have to cost me to get oral pleasure? I'll just steal the money from the ALS Foundation. So free. And I'll put it on Pornhub. I bet you those people with elephantitis wouldn't mind. Have you ever noticed that Down syndrome and autistic people on local transit feel on a full bus, if you have a seat facing forward, the way the bus is driving, they'll come and stand beside you, but they won't ask you to move. But it's because they don't like facing backwards while they're going forwards. And it's the only way to make them have a bad day, is by sitting them sideways or in backwards mode. How many NASA ships do you see shooting up where the pilots are facing backwards? None, because you don't see it. I woke up and I'm feeling like this is me in a great mood. My teeth keep on, I have no underbite. Like my teeth are normal sitting, but I keep catching like this for the first time in my life. My bottom catches my top. My teeth are crooked. See? But it's not covered when you're on welfare or when you have dental or disability. Oh well, don't want them anyway. I just want somebody to be paid to feed me baby food and wipe my ass as soon as possible. Because that person is the only person that has the freedom to actually get any real work done on this planet and the want and know how. The only one that's not a slave. You can laugh, or can we turn the applause sign back on? The climate seems to be controlling itself better. Maybe it's because albino people in Africa get murdered for their arms that are worth $1,000 as a relic or an amulet. But then they kill the female witches. They can use it properly. Do you get it? Because if you do, maybe you could write a joke about it, because I've got nothing. Somebody asked me on Reddit when they showed me a picture and I said, "Can you blog for me?" They said, "What?" I don't understand why my body is still producing blood. I've got no will to eat, but I keep getting hungry. Something is wrong here. Why is it that the bigger aliens, or the ones in the UFOs, only seem to show themselves close up to me, like actually like above me, when I'm, oh, because like me being a masturbating blue ape, they're kind of like our government maybe, and they only come when they think that they got one up on you. The term is called oil. And I would die the most excruciating death for you today, still. No matter how you've treated me. Not because of the bad shit you've done. You have to deal with that. Because of what you can do, not will do. And that's the only reason. Maybe nobody's ever said that to you before. And maybe that's what you need for your ear. Why do we always see a third eye and not a third ear logo when there's so much incest? That should be our top logo. Our ears are twice the size of our eyes. We make satellite dishes, and our ears never stop growing. But with the right drug, you can look beautiful. Think you're hotter than ever. Not care about people's opinion but your own, even though your face is sinking in. Unless you're super malnutrition, then you start puffing, bloating. I love heavy metals because I think my face is too thin. Sometimes I would sell my soul just to do a bunch of GHB and smoke a bunch of meth to make love for fucking 24 hours straight. I think it's the only thing that'll cure me. You think cure you from what? From, like I said, dying the most painful way I could just so you have reassurance. Because everybody needs a little bit of actual life insurance. And this one's free for you. And my problem is I won't have sex with my own species. Especially when I'm high. They're disgusting. So I'm pretty much like the game Doom. Except there's no God mode hack. Formidable. This is a life hack. And most places would charge you hundreds of dollars to follow this. You would think it's too good to be true, or somehow you would think it's a pyramiding scheme that you can have a life that's fulfilling as mine for such a small fortune, or 3 equal payments, one less equal than its own, and a contract, so I can own your spirit and take away your dignity and rights and make you a slave and you being unaware of it. But I'm giving it away. Said nobody ever. Can you do me a favor on your media or streaming or on your platforms? Can you tell me what to like and to subscribe to? Because I've lost the ability to make decisions for myself. I don't know how. Keep me updated.